I really don't want to make this, um, really didn't want to make this video, but I've already said something. I know y'all have seen it already. What I've said. I don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't made this video because um, people really don't know how to act. NBA players can do drugs, can impregnate minors, can beat women, can crash cars, won't get released from the team. Might get a suspension, but not gonna get released from the team. Jaden Ivey said something which I can guarantee you for one, most NBA players are thinking. I can get I don't let's not even get into the NFL. I can guarantee you most NBA players are thinking exactly what Jaden Ivey was thinking. Jaden Ivey just happens to be going through something right now. Mentally, it's been tough when you get injured and people in comment sections never understand because there's the reason they're in the comment section because they've never actually done anything with their life. It's just it's really insane that you can be talking about you are what Jaden Ivey did was talk about things that are thousands of years old, thousands of year approval from like up high. That man lost his job. That man played with someone that had some kind of fishy stuff going on. That man still has a job. I mean I can go on. I mean Miles Bridges, Zion Wilson. Like, there are plenty of people that have done worse things. Like I mean I can list up Karl Malone, everybody that was doing drugs, Magic Johnson. Nobody lost their job. Obviously, Jaden Ivey isn't as good as Magic Johnson, but people that were doing crazy stuff, and for people to go at a man because, bro, this is the same people that say we accept everyone, we love everyone. Yet when someone has their own belief, their own take, it instantly turns to hate, turns to not even hearing the other person out, just all out hate dialogue, and the team he's on is in one of like the worst cities in America that does this. This is not a political thing. I don't want this to turn a political thing. We're talking about someone who just got fired from their job because they believed in Jesus, and and for people that were mad that he went after Steph Curry. Let me remind people, Steph Curry has kids. Yet he said he's okay with abortion. Like you can't make it up. Nothing Jaden Ivey said was wrong. Now in this day and age, would it have been better for Jaden Ivey to, just keep it to himself? Unfortunately, yeah, because especially when you're in that position, you can't. There's literally nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say because people are gonna hate. We literally just talked about Dan Hurley and how everybody, always gets on Dan Hurley because he's an actor. He doesn't do anything. He hates the media. Like people are gonna jump on you for a lot of things. This is just one thing that it gets to a point where there's people in the NBA. There's people across sports. Tiger Woods just crashed another car. Like people have done like much worse things. Like LaMelo Ball just acted like an idiot a couple weeks ago, got into a bad car accident. Miles Bridges, that whole thing. What was it? Kevin Porter, and those people still have jobs in the NBA. Yet this guy, who literally just said the things of, which Jesus Christ, you're a Christian, whatever. Y'all see right here. I don't even have to explain, but it's just really frustrating. It's really sad to see. that the side that says we, once again, this is not a political thing, but the side that says we love and accept everyone, the moment you say anything that goes even the slightest against it, it's instantly hate. All logic is thrown. And bro, this is the thing: when emotion is high, logic is low. It's pretty standard. Like, it's pretty clear. It's pretty obvious. When emotion is high, logic is low. And I just it's just a really tough situation. Once again, there's literally nothing wrong. Once again, nothing of what he said about Steph Curry is wrong, because you cannot be a Christian and support abortion. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no wiggle room. Nothing he said about Steph Curry was wrong. Nothing he said about anyone else. Pretty much what he said was wrong, and they are forcing it. And you even like, bro, look at what they're doing in the public schools. Look at what they're doing. A bunch of like other everyday stuff. They are forcing it on people. They are forcing it. But that's not a hyperbole. That's not fiction. That's a fact. And I just think it's really terrible that the side that says we accept everyone, the moment that someone doesn't align with what they are, it turns the other way. I just find that funny. I find that hilarious. But I really honestly find it disgusting. Listen, just prayers to Jaden Ivey, man. Super tough situation. Once again, I don't know what's going to come of this video. The last time I talked about something remotely close to this, my kind of personal life kind of took a hit, for those who know. But yeah, you got to pray for Jaden Ivey, man. And a lot, once again, I guarantee you, a lot of other players around the league are thinking a lot of the same things. Don't get me started on the NFL. Don't get me started on the NHL, MLB, like more conservative leagues. Like, I mean, we've already seen it. Like the NHL players that refuse to participate in the month stuff. MLB players that are like, dog, I'm not doing this. Like, that goes against my belief. When people went off against Harrison Butker, Serena Williams, she was misinformed about what Harrison Butker said like last year or a couple of years ago about like the concept of family. It just gets like they don't want to hear you out. And just as a Christian, as a Catholic, I just thought I had to just make this video. Do with it what you will. And I don't want people to think like I don't hate anyone. Like, I hate mosquitoes, Mayo, the Dallas Cowboys, the team down south. I go to Michigan. You can figure out what that means. I don't hate. There's no person. Like, no matter what, I hate, because if someone did I don't agree with, okay. You don't agree, let's have a debate. I've had plenty of great debates with people about this topic, about other topics, at the school, like literally in the last couple of months. You cannot like bash people for their belief, something that is much deeper than a movement that's really about 100 years old, if that. You cannot bash people for things that are historically proven. Like, I don't want to get all historical and like whole debate here. What Jaden Ivey said is written in fact and stone. And what people are saying is all science. It's not like pseudoscience. It's not proven. It's all like, bro. It's just, I could go on for hours about this. I just wanted to make this video to let people know that Jaden Ivey is not the only person in the NBA, let alone the rest of professional sports, that's thinking about this. He just happens to be the one that's at this unfortunate low place right now, that he felt nothing else mattered. He felt there was nothing else he could do to just let it all out. Once again, when emotion is high, logic is low. Should he have posted it? Probably not in this day and age, unfortunately. But when you have nowhere else to turn, nowhere else to go, it's tough. It's extremely tough. Um, I'm extremely disappointed, and I wonder what the NBA. I mean, I already know what the NBA is probably going to do about it. Not much, but bro, like, you cannot expect people like these guys did not grow up in like with this stuff. Like nobody, bro. The average NFL player, the average NBA player, NHL, MLB does not want this stuff forced down on their kids. It doesn't even matter if they're Christian or whatever. They do not want this stuff forced down on their kids. They don't. Like y'all trying to say, oh, let people do them. It's all let people do them until it goes down the wrong way, and now you're screwed. So that's another thing with the let people do them. And you know, me personally, I've gone to the point I just let them do. They're gonna do them. I'm gonna do me. That's why I've always been about it, because I don't like to get in, debates with people. Arguing with a smart person is hard. Arguing with an idiot is impossible. I let people do them. I'm just do me, and we'll see who comes out on top in the end. But I just think when it gets to the point you fired someone because he believed in Jesus, that's diabolical. Honestly, at this point in time, wouldn't even expect anything less from a porous organization in the Chicago Bulls that still has Billy Donovan employed as a head coach, but that's another discussion. But hey, just thoughts. Couple other people said some things, but the biggest takeaway is you cannot be, if you are a Christian, if you're Catholic, Southern Baptist, whatever, you cannot be a Christian and support a lot of the stuff that's going on right now. And that's not my opinion. That's not my boy's opinion. That is a fact. And hey, I don't hate anyone. Happy to talk about it, but there is nothing that's gonna make me move from my hill. Maybe hopefully I could say something, or maybe something in this video I said that maybe open your eyes, maybe move a bit from your hill. Still love everybody the same. Philly talk. We may not agree on things, but we're going to listen. We're going to hear people out. We're not going to fire people or get mad or angry just because they said something that we don't like, which is pretty much what happened to Jaden Ivey. Prayers to Jaden Ivey. And yeah, man, just had to just try to make this video to try to make sense of all this, because it's a really tough situation, and hopefully other players, maybe in a more professional way, just start speaking up about it.